Hi everyone, my name is Angela Hargrave. I live in New South Wales, Australia. I was born of the darkness but meant for the light. I was awoken last year to some of the atrocities that are happening in our planet, and I was given the mission to speak about them. One of the hardest things to do when you fear for your own life, when you fear that you might die, but I've had it on good advice from the universe that this isn't our only life. There's so much more. And part of the trickery of the Cabal and the Illuminati is to keep us thinking that this is it, this is all there is, and there's nothing more after this, and there's been nothing more before this. We've awoken in this life. You awake and you can't remember anything. That is part of being human. You get to make your own decisions. You get to choose which path you're going to take. The harder path, the easy path. And the majority of humanity chooses the easy path, which is the lower chakras, the devil's work, the darkness of our planet, because it's easy to go with the flow. And the planet is caught up in a current that is sweeping everyone down. There are a few, not as many as there are dark workers. There are a few that have awoken to this. And it's great because it's reassured me that what I think and what is going on is real. It's real for me, it's real for other people as well. And of course, the dark workers are going to try and bring me down and say that there's no God, that everything I experience is just self-realization, that I'm thinking it myself. In a sense, I am. I'm connecting to my higher self and making choices that will be best for myself and for humanity. And to speak out about these atrocities and the things that are happening is a very hard thing to do when you fear for your life. And I no longer fear. For what I see, it's given me a bit of freedom. All the dark workers, they have gone back to being normal people. The darkness has gone into hiding again, which may be exactly what's meant to happen. As the yin and yang, there's always darkness in the light, but it's not as much. And the timeline that we've hit is when the light starts to come out again. Because this planet has been drowning in darkness. If you can't see it, for the wars, for the poverty, for the way that people treat each other, like we aren't all the same. We aren't all God's creatures. Some people think that they are more superior than others. If you can stop and you can see yourself, everyone's a part of the whole. Everyone is a tiny fraction of God, having their own life experience. So my message for today is be strong in who you are. Don't let doubt get to you. Trust your instinct, trust your intuition. And know that you're on the right path as long as what you're doing is from the heart and it's not from ego. A lot of confusion with some of the messages I received. I couldn't understand, and I doubted some of the message to tell this truth, to tell people that you can't trust everyone. Is that the devil's work then? I'm thinking, is that causing more separation with humanity? Because that's what the dark workers want. They want everyone to be separate from each other and not see themselves in other people. The way I reason it is, part of spirituality is to love yourself and to know that you have worth on this planet. So if someone else doesn't see that, you have every right to walk away. You have every right to stand your ground and say, I deserve better. In a sense, it is causing separation. You have the right to, as long as you give that other person understanding and love as well. Let them know that you still love them, but you're not going to take And you're not going to stand for this darkness anymore. And you won't live in fear. And you are strong enough to do this on your own. That's what it comes to. Know your strength, know your worth. So I don't think I'm doing the devil's work by telling people not to trust everyone. I think it's pretty obvious sometimes. There's plenty of people out there you can't trust. But there's plenty of people that are doing these deeds, these evil deeds, not because they want to. They're not killing their loved ones. They're not harming their loved ones because they want to kill. They're doing it because they want to survive. They're doing it because they're scared and they live in fear that the Illuminati and the Cabal might come and take their life. Well, part of my message is I'm still here. I'm talking about it and I'm still here. They don't have magic rays to just shoot you and make you die all of a sudden. They can get to you, but they've got to be close. Like I said, they poison you and they make it look like a natural thing. Something's happened, oh my goodness, they've gotten unwell and they're dying and there's nothing we can do about it. They do these things to you and this is how they're protected. They make it look like a natural event, a natural occurrence. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I see now that this disease, this illness, is a man-made illness. I was suffocated, I was poisoned with heavy metals, and on an MRI, it looks like some strange thing has happened to me and no one can explain it. It's easy to see now how it happened. They drug you, they take you, they harm you. They do these things to our children, and it is the saddest thing to see, to look around and see humanity for how separate they've all become and how people value their own lives above the lives of their loved ones. I hope we can find ourselves coming together again. It's the only way this planet's going to survive, if we all stand up and rise up together against these dark controllers, these dark powers. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it. If we can come together, if we can find our strength and realize that we all deserve to survive. No one person is worth more than another. Anyway, I love you all. Goodbye.